Coming up, the latest information on the Derek Chauvin trial, rare blood clots from the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, and a look at local spots to visit as more places begin to reopen. We'll be right back. Good evening and welcome to the National Rundown. I'm Katie Francis. One of the 7 women who got blood clots after getting COVID-19 is being hospitalized in the state of New Jersey. The ABC News reported that the 26-year-old woman is from Pennsylvania and deals with obesity and received the shot, but then exactly 7 days later was presented with symptom onset. She has been released from the hospital. 6 other women got blood clots after the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, and one of them passed away from it. More than 7 million people in the United States received this specific coronavirus vaccine and did not experience any side effects. Former police officer Derek Chauvin chose not to take the stand as testimony at his murder trial on Thursday. He passed up the chance to explain to the public and the jury for the first time what he was thinking when he pressed his knee against George Floyd's neck months ago. Closing arguments are scheduled to start Monday after a racially diverse jury will start deliberating at a courthouse in a city on the edge, not just because of the Chauvin case, but because of the deadly police shooting of the 20-year-old black man in Minneapolis suburb last weekend. With the trial in session, the state of Minneapolis has been bracing for a possible repeat of the protests that broke out last spring over Floyd's death. A group of Port Authority officers in New Jersey ran to the rescue to help a dog whose paw got stuck in a Path Station escalator on Wednesday. Around 1 p.m., officers Anthony Manfredini and Matthew Maleo were inside Journal Square Path Station when they heard yelping and whimpering. As cops rushed, they found the puppy with his left paw caught in the elevator and a terrified owner. Officers pressed the emergency button and called for backup. Emergency service officers were there shortly to free the pup's paw. And now, David Schumann updates us on the impact of Daunte Wright's death in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota, a city that residents are calling Ground Zero.
Some families that live in this apartment building, and you can see that we're right across the street from the police department behind all of these protesters. These families have resorted to putting wet towels in the windows to keep tear gas out. It hasn't worked, and the safety and mental health of the children who live here is at stake.
There's nothing we could do.
Johnny Tolliver has been acting as security for his apartment building, making sure no looters or protesters pass through the front door.
We're literally on Ground Zero, and we're scared up in here. We don't know what to do, who to call. Because the police is doing all this, and the rioters is doing all this. Who can we call?
His neighbor, Jemiah Creighton, takes care of her 11-year-old sisters and has a 3-year-old daughter of her own.
We're not comfortable in our own house. We are coughing all the time. No peace, loud noise all day, every day.
These kids are going to be traumatized because of what they have seen and what they hear. They hear these flash bangs all night long.
Who's making the call on using tear gas? Mayor Mike Elliott says the Hennepin County Sheriff's Office was in charge of Tuesday night's operation.
Gassing, in my opinion, is not a humane way of policing.
Brooklyn Center has banned the practice, but Elliott conceded Tuesday the sheriff is ignoring him on the subject. A spokesperson for the sheriff's office told WCCO decisions to use tear gas are made case by case in an effort to ensure the safety of the protesters and police officers. He couldn't say for sure if it will be used Wednesday.
Mayor Elliott said the city is working with community organizations to offer relief to the people who live here. In Brooklyn Center, David Schumann, WCCO 4 News.
Next up, hear about some places you might like to visit on the next warm day.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Got a quarter?
Grab a little exercise and soak up some sun at Owens Park in Glassboro, New Jersey. This is just the place to get some exercise while practicing social distancing. These basketball players got it in before the rain came down, but if we have some good weather ahead, you might want to check it out. And why not get out and explore a historic landmark deep in the New Jersey Pine Barrens? In the middle of Wharton State Forest lies Batstow Village, an untouched community sprinkled with decades-old structures, including the Batstow Mansion, a 32-room mansion that served as the residence of generations of Iron Masters. Visitors can hike on the many green trails or take a canoe out on the water. Nothing like some outdoor air, the Marlton Memorial Sports Complex in Evesham Township has all of the warm weather activities. There's softball, baseball, football, lacrosse, and soccer fields. Enjoy basketball and tennis courts, too. The recreational facility known as the Blue Barn is a real hotspot. Your kids can also have fun at the playground. Have a dog? Well, take your pooch to the complex's dog park. And get your appetite ready because the Brownstone Pancake Factory is known for its over-the-top pancakes, waffles, and the ultimate milkshakes. They have outrageous dishes you will want to try. Their recipe for their buttermilk pancake is a family secret that dates back 50 years. Catch the factory in Edgewater, Englewood Cliffs, and Brick, New Jersey. We certainly hope you can get out and enjoy some sights as the weather warms up. And when we come back, a look at the world of entertainment.
Sorry about that. No, I've been staying at my dad's place because of everything.
Where are we going?
He's good. Yeah, I know, we keep missing each other. I've been working out of my dad's house, doing some reading. I should be working out more. I just feel like I'm drowning.
Navigating these times can be tough, but while you care for your loved one, you also need to care for yourself. Go to aarp.org/caregiving for free mental health and self-help tips.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made this vacation happen.
Double points with every purchase?
Cleverly merging promotions.
Love it.
Cross-referencing travel sites. And booking all your flights with those...
vouchers. I got us bumped.
They were like, oh. But now they're like... Aloha. You aced this vacation. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Verizon has recalled over 2.5 million Ellipsis Jetpack mobile hotspots after reports of overheating resulting in fire damage and burns. The company has received 15 reports of devices overheating, including 6 reports of fire damage to bedding and flooring, as well as 2 reports of minor burn injuries. The recalled devices, which were distributed in Basking Ridge between April of 2017 and March of this year, are navy blue and have the word Verizon below their digital display windows. Anyone who owns one of the hotspots should stop using it and store it in a safe place until it can be returned to a Verizon store. Coming up, we will discuss the latest in entertainment.
The Oscars are just around the corner and will be held on Sunday, April 25th at Dolby Theater in Hollywood, and the first batch of presenters were just announced. Some of the presenters are Zendaya, Laura Dern, Angela Bassett, Regina King, Brad Pitt, Harrison Ford, and Reese Witherspoon. Producers Steven Soderbergh, Stacey Sher, and Jesse Collins stated, quote, "In keeping with our awards show as a movie approach, we've assembled a truly stellar cast of stars," end quote. At the Oscars this year, there will be a COVID-19 safety precautions, and in-person attendees are required to do a 10-day quarantine of low-risk lifestyle. It will not be a traditional red carpet experience as usual. According to Newsweek, recently there was a poll that discovered that 46% of Americans would support and agree with Dwayne Johnson running for president. Johnson, known as The Rock, says that he will run for president if it is what the people want. He says that he is open to running for president. If he is running for the next president of the United States or not, he still wants the country to be united. Johnson stated, quote, "I don't think our founding fathers ever envisioned a 6'4", bald, tattooed, half black, half Samoan, tequila drinking, pickup truck driving, fanny pack wearing guy joining their club, but if it ever happens, it'd be my honor to serve you, the people," end quote. Former NFL player and bachelor Colton Underwood just came out as gay, according to USA Today. In an interview with Robin Roberts on Good Morning America, Underwood stated, quote, "I've ran from myself for a long time. I've hated myself for a long time," end quote. Chris Harrison posted a picture of the two of them on Instagram and expressed how proud he was of Underwood and how he is glad to see him openly live his honesty. Underwood was trying not to be gay his whole life and described how growing up playing football and in the Catholic Church made it extremely hard for him to accept who he truly was and felt.
Thanks, Amanda. Former Brooklyn Center police officer Kim Potter, who fatally shot 20-year-old Duante Wright Sunday at the Brooklyn Center in Minnesota, was released from jail late Wednesday afternoon after posting a $100,000 bond. Potter was released just hours after being charged with second-degree manslaughter. The charge carries a maximum penalty of 10 years in prison and a $20,000 fine. Potter has since resigned from the Brooklyn Center Police Department, where she had served for 26 years. Up next, we'll discuss sports with Christine and weather with Sierra. We'll be right back after the break.
Right here, baby. Look. Uma.
Noah. Something more than a birthday is happening here. Once you can see it, you can help. The sooner you recognize the signs of autism, the sooner you can make a lifetime of difference for your child. Start by answering a few simple questions at screenforautism.org.
As the COVID-19 vaccines become available, you might be asking yourself, should I get it? And if I do, will I be able to go about life without putting my family at risk? You've got questions, and that's normal. The fact is, the vaccines are safe and effective. They're going to save lives. To get the latest on the COVID-19 vaccines, visit getvaccineanswers.org, because getting back to the moments we miss starts with getting informed. It's up to you.
Let's talk sports. Christine with the latest on this week's football, baseball, and basketball season.
The Philadelphia 76ers defeated the Brooklyn Nets last night at the Wells Fargo Center with a final score of 117-123. With just under 8 minutes left in the final stretch of the game, the Nets came back hard, trailing by 22 points. Some of the team's biggest players like Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Blake Griffin sat this one out. Yet fans were left wondering why Durant played in Tuesday night's game against Minnesota. Tomorrow night, the Sixers will go head-to-head with the Los Angeles Clippers at 7 p.m. It is undetermined whether Tobias Harris will play, as he is currently experiencing aching in his knee. The Chicago Blackhawks are set to play against the Detroit Red Wings tonight at 7:30 at Little Caesars Arena. This will be the first of 2 games, with the Blackhawks defeating the Red Wings 6 times this season already. Both teams last competed against each other February 28th, with the Blackhawks taking the win at 7-2. And with back-to-back wins against the Blue Jackets, the Blackhawks only have 13 games remaining on their season schedule. However, the Red Wings have recently played some of their best games and are looking to keep that momentum going heading into tonight. Former quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, Brett Favre, recently spoke out on the use of politics in sport. On the Andrew Klavan Show, Favre said that when he watches a football game, he wants to see the players play and not hear what is going on in the outside world.
Well, thanks, Christine. Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez have officially split. The pair told the Today Show on Thursday in a joint statement that they are calling off their 2-year engagement, stating, quote, "We are better off as friends and we will continue to support one another," end quote. The couple started dating in early 2017 and was given the nickname J-Rod. Sad news to hear, and well wishes to them both. The New Jersey mansion that Rosie O'Donnell recently sold will be replaced by an affordable housing development. The house was sold for $5.3 million, according to the New York Post. The mansion will soon be replaced by a 60-unit development with 12 affordable units as a part of a settlement between the Saddle River and the Fair Share Housing Center. Plans for development are expected to move forward. Now let's get a look at this weekend's weather forecast. Sierra with the weather.
Tonight is going to be cloudy with a high of 51 and a low of 41. Friday will be cloudy with a little bit of sunshine with a high of 57 and a low of 41. Saturday will be cloudy with a high of 61 and a low of 45. Sunday will be partly cloudy with a high of 63 and a low of 43. Monday will be partly cloudy with a high of 64 and a low of 45. Tuesday will be partly cloudy with a high of 68 and a low of 50.
Thank you, Sierra, and that does it for tonight's episode of the National Rundown. I'm Katie Francis. Have a great night.